Q2, that was...
And he's still wearing this top.
Well, this top isn't for this driver. Charles Leclerc.
What a guy.
Charles Leclerc.
What a guy. Where did that come from?
Who knew?
Where did most of qualifying come from?
That was a session.
Yes.
Let's delve into it.
Should we start at the beginning?
Indeed. The track was hot. 50 degrees Celsius. It was hot as hell. Mm-hmm. And let's go into Q1, which... Yeah. Who went out?
We lost Alex. We lost Nico. We lost Esteban. We lost Pierre. And we lost Yuki. Which is devastating because Yuki and Max were kind of putting similar times on the board. Yeah. It got to the second run of Q1 and there was just, I don't even know. It didn't even feel like that much time in it, but...
I know. Another Q1 exit for Yuki.
But he did not deserve it this weekend.
I don't think so.
He was actually doing so well.
I think the problem is that because Red Bull as a whole were doing so bad, when Max does bad, then it's like, well, Yuki's not going to be... better.
Yeah, no, that's
true.
So
that was just a shame.
It was difficult to watch. It was very upsetting.
Indeed.
It's mind you, then again, saying that, it was just a bit of a I don't even know what the word is to describe what Q1 was. We had people in, like, I think the actual picture of like 1 to 10 was insane because it was like Oscar, Alonso, Hadjar, Norris, Bortoletto, Russell, then Sainz, then Stroll, then Verstappen, then Antonelli. Like, it was, at one point it was absolutely bizarre.
Indeed. And, you know, we had the Ferraris fighting just to stay, to be able to go into Q2. So it was a scrappy session for Q1.
Yeah, we'd got quite a lot that was sort of going all over the place. We'd got, I think it was it Oscar dipping tyres into the gravel?
Yes.
We'd got a screw that had randomly appeared. At some point, Ocon had picked it up. Again, I'm sticking with the Mario Kart theme this week. It is, I see one banana tomorrow.
Everyone's leaving obstacles on the track.
They really
He called
are.
it.
Yeah, I don't know. I assume that resolved itself because no one seemed to care after he'd got out of the pit lane. But it was a good 30-second segment of, oh my God, what is going on? But yeah, absolutely insane. Also, just before we wrap up Q1, Isaac is the only driver this year not to have gone out in Q1.
Which is wild, by the way.
I am here for Isaac.
Like, good for him.
Yeah.
But
absolutely.
that's insane.
No, he's doing so well. Considering, like, everyone says about the start to the season that he had, I'm like, it was one race.
I was going to say, that was
one race.
13
it was in
races
the rain.
Like,
and
who cares about that anymore?
It wasn't really the start. It just happened to be at the start. Because after that, he just seemed to pick himself up and absolutely fly. And he's doing so well. So well. Although then again, just before we get on to Q2, I do think I owe Kimi somewhat of an apology. I was a bit mean yesterday about the fact that he's been having a terrible past few weeks.
He did show good pace.
He did show good pace today. He seems to have picked himself up. If it hadn't have been for that one error in Q2, he could have done much better. But we'll get onto that now. So Q2,
that was...
and he's still wearing this top.
Well, this top isn't for this driver, even though I wish it were for this driver. Yes, Hamilton out in Q2. I just don't know. I think there was a mistake. He had a bit of oversteer that he had to try.
I think there was a couple of elements of oversteer, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was a couple of things that he had to correct in the car, and then he was 15 hundredths of a second off of getting into Q3. So that's how close the margins were with it was Hamilton, Behrman, and then Antonelli. Antonelli got his lap time deleted because he went...
we assume. We've not seen it as of yet, but I've just seen that he's dropped a few places on the list. But I've not actually seen reasons to why. I'm assuming it's that.
When I saw the lap, I saw the track limits being violated. And I thought, surely has someone looked at this? Because I'm looking at that and Antonelli should not be in P11. But anyway, at least I think that's been rectified. I believe it's now P15. But yes, Hamilton out. Even Leclerc, when he did his run, he wasn't that much. He wasn't that much quicker. So, with the promise of how the Ferraris were in FP1 and 2, I thought they'd be in Q3 really easily, not an issue. But yeah, that was.
I think they must have changed the liveries on the Astons and the Ferraris and put each other into cars because the Astons are behaving how the Ferraris were behaving and they've sort of switched. Aston's having a belt of a weekend, actually.
Just want to point out something as well. Now that the Antonelli thing has been rectified, where is Behrman starting?
Oh, you're asking me questions that I'm not prepared for. 11. What's the matter with 11? What have I missed?
Ollie Behrman, P11.
Is it a poem?
So what's happened is that Behrman has finished P11 for the past 4 Grand Prix.
I have missed this.
It's been like one of the biggest talking points. If he
listen.
if he finishes P11 for this Grand Prix, he will have the record for the most consecutive positions that isn't first in Grand Prix positions in history.
I have heard this.
He's starting P11. Don't get me wrong. You know, and Hamilton will be starting, you know, alongside him. Of course, Hamilton will probably clear him in no time. But, he could get another P11, although that's a, you know, difficult position because you're just outside the points.
I was going to say, that's horrible.
Yeah. But
that's horrible.
Who knows? He might get the most pointless record ever.
Well, apparently Hungary and everything else that's going on and drivers and cars, anything is possible. You literally just put some dice in a tub and chuck them upside down, and then whatever comes out will be. It just seems to be luck of the draw this weekend.
Yeah, so we'll see how that all goes. Q2 was also made more difficult with a little bit of rain in, turn 5?
It was turn 5, turn 1. It was basically just that sort of side of the track. I think it was the east side, wasn't it?
Yeah, so that was a little bit tricky. The times didn't really get much quicker, to be honest, throughout all of qualifying. But
I don't think the rain actually made that much of a difference in the end.
No,
it was more
not
the fear of the rain, the threat of the rain, but it was so minor. It didn't have any impact,
Indeed.
really, other than just people scrambling to panic.
It did, and I think that's what caught the Ferraris out, because I think they... Well, when you heard the team radio for Leclerc, it was like, just get me out early. I don't want to have any cars in front of us. That's what I want. Which is what the Aston Martins did. They were out of sync with everyone else.
They actually made some calls well this weekend.
Which meant that they have a clear track. And because the track is so small and because there's so much traffic, it really can, you know, disrupt your lap time. So, I mean, it didn't seem to disrupt it in the end. But the Ferraris, and then got caught out by them getting in front of most of the pack, but then it meant that by the time it was to start their flying laps, it would meant that everyone had come out of the pit lanes, and now they've got to go through all this traffic. So that was a bit of a shame.
But just getting out of the pit lane seemed to be impossible.
It was, yes.
Everyone was queuing so badly this weekend.
And Carlos.
I'm going to fight Max, and I'm going to fight Colapinto.
His tyre was there.
over the line, man.
I get it. He needed to wait for a gap, and there wasn't technically a gap.
No.
But there's, you know, it's courteous, right?
No, I don't know. I hope they all get their lap times deleted.
Okay.
I hate them all.
Justice for Carlos Sainz.
Absolutely.
100%.
Isn't he having a bad enough year as it is without people being selfish?
I know. Carlos. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
I blame that on the fact that he didn't get through to Q3.
I think that's the reason.
I think they should swap him and Max.
Because my thought
Justice for Carlos.
My thought is that he was at the back, and then he had to compromise his prep lap, and therefore didn't get himself the best qualifying lap, and therefore out in Q2.
So it's all Franco's fault, basically.
We all agree. We all agree.
Thank you. Thank you for my validation. Now we can talk about Q3.
Yes. Q3. Forza Ferrari.
That's the Shell logo.
Forza Ferrari.
Found it after 5 attempts.
I really thought it was. Yes. Charles Leclerc. Who saw that coming?
Not even Charles.
Charles didn't see it coming. The McLarens were flabbergasted.
I don't understand what happened with the McLarens at the end, because they were slow compared to their actual times themselves.
They didn't even improve their times. Apparently, the gusts of wind caught them out. And apparently Ferraris are better in the wind. I'm not quite sure what's going on.
There we go. The Ferraris are kites, not cars.
Exactly. Leclerc was saying that he was running a lower downforce package today. And so maybe that meant he wasn't as caught up by the wind. I'm not quite sure. Because if you've got a bit more of a steep wing, that could have made things a bit more difficult aerodynamically. But, good for him. The Aston Martins doing well.
I'm kind of... we're talking about just about the fact that they were going out first so they'd avoid all the queue, but I do feel like in Q3 it cost them ever so slightly.
It did a little bit.
Because
maybe a position.
Well, that's the thing, because they were doing so well.
Yeah.
I don't feel there's any reason why they could not have been like 3 and 4 today.
Yeah, that's true. But if you got to think, right? It's the Aston Martins. They're 5th and 6th on the grid.
It's Adrian Newey's Aston Martins.
Well, he's barely touched the car.
Maybe he did a lucky wish. Maybe this is where it kicks in.
Next year is going to be scary. Think about it. Like whatever upgrades they've brought to the car, which they keep doing, by the way. Other teams have been like, we're okay. Aston Martin, always little bits. But whatever they've done to that car, it's quick.
It's doing quick. Well. It's doing well.
And it's been quick all day.
It likes this weekend. It likes this circuit.
And Uncle Alonso, 44 years of age.
Uncle Alonso.
Uncle Alonso? Uncle Alonso, 44 years of age, has been racing in Formula One half of his life. He's got a back problem, still coming out P5. Can we just talk about that? Can we talk about how skilled of a racing driver my man is? I mean, Lorden probably limped to the media box right now at this point, but...
That's all right, you get to sit down when you drive, it's easy.
Exactly. I think they did some things for his seat. I reckon they got some nice handles so he can go into the car nice.
They got one of those orthopedic cushions to go underneath.
Yeah, you know what it is? You know them stair lifts? He doesn't have to step out the car. He just presses the button.
I want to see that.
In my mind, that's what they've done for him. So, well done, Uncle Fernando.
You mention it now, I don't remember seeing him get in or out of that car.
Exactly. He did everything in like the cover of night. I'm telling you. He doesn't want to show his age, but that's where
maybe it's like, you know, in the films where like when they suit up and like you're sat there and then the car will close in around you.
They have the money. Yeah. Lawrence has the money to throw that kind of technology in there. Maybe it's nanotech, like Iron Man's suit. He presses the button, psst, car. Just materializes.
The car come out? Oh, okay.
Just come out of his clothes. I don't know.
Again, we never saw the cars in the garage.
They just didn't show us. They didn't care.
I was going with the nanotech thing.
There was the nanotech.
You've ruined it now. Don't like it. And then, I suppose the last little thing about Q3 was Max being the best of the racing balls this weekend.
Just about. Just about.
I think they should switch the RBs and the Red Bulls just for 1 week. I want to see what happens.
For sure.
Because the fact that it's Max in 8th, then Isaac, and then... No, Liam, then Isaac in 9 and 10.
Yeah. The Red Bulls are struggling.
They're not having a good week.
No, a lot of sliding. Again, this track really is that rear grip limited kind of track. If you've got no grip and you've got no... you can't control the temperature of those tyres, then...
Good pirouetting.
Indeed.
Dancing on ice.
So, so I don't think Max will be making any charges for for a podium tomorrow.
Never count him out, though.
No, I reckon he can maybe climb a place or two, a couple of places, I think. I hope Lewis can climb a couple places. I mean, I think so. He'll get past, who can he have to get past? Ollie, Isaac, maybe.
I don't know. Don't discount the
No, I know
balls.
the racing balls are quick at this. Okay, I have no idea what's going to happen, but we'll see. Hopefully, he'll get into the points. That's what I'm hoping. And then George did a perfectly fair lap.
Oh, I forgot about George.
Yeah, he did an okay lap. What is he? P4. Yeah.
P4.
Yeah, good for him.
Bless George.
Good.
He's
Good
really
for
trying to
George.
work on that CV for Toto.
Yes, he needs to get that contract signed. Whenever that's
I think he
done.
just needs to see a contract.
Just something. Just anything that Toto will say, would you like to drive for us for next year? Although if I was George, I'd be salty. I'd be like, I just don't think that's enough.
I feel like Toto would be saltier.
Oh, I
He'd be like, okay, take it.
100%. He'll be like, I'll just get someone else.
Just going to track down Hadjar.
Hajar's quick.
Next on his
I'll
list.
have him. Yeah.
Start
Let's
like the
be real.
rumours are here.
We've
started.
I'm not sure if we've started it, but in my mind, we've started it. So
I've not heard it anywhere else.
So looking to the race, as we were talking about, weather looks dry.
Yes, at the moment we said yesterday it was meant to be thunderstorms today. It's going to chuck it down tomorrow, and then it drizzled today, and it's nothing tomorrow. So, apparently you can't trust the Hungarian
we
weather
have
apps.
absolutely no idea, but I reckon it is going to be a dry race, which will mean that it might be interesting, even though apparently it's very difficult to overtake. So I think it's going to be about tyre strategies, tyre management, a really good turn one, and then we'll see how it goes. Do you think Charles will win?
I've put him in my top 3 on my predict, but I didn't put him first. I put him third.
As everyone else did.
So we will see.
Everyone else did.
As long as it's those 3 and I get the points, I actually don't care.
I mean, there is that, but I do think it will end up as Oscar getting the win. Maybe Charles can come second or third, but in my mind, Oscar will get the win, as apparently it's one of the worst poles to be at. Cause
also, Oscar's just mean on turn 1s anyway. Like
he is.
He's just got something about him.
He's quite the racer. He doesn't
He's
get
got
his elbows
no
out.
fear. He literally just puts his foot down.
It's 'cause
and
he's
like,
young.
"We're going.
Because he's young.
We can't say that. That's ageist. We've already gotten in trouble this weekend for people being old.
No, it's fine. It's okay. It's all good. And
Protected characteristic.
good point. Looking forward to tomorrow.
And we will see what it brings.
We'll have the race recap for you guys tomorrow. So until then.